Good afternoon. I hope you're all holding up well with your diverse techniques. Right. Good. Yes. Oh, good. Okay, so I'm presenting work done by Mirjam Eladhari, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, and me, and it's called Challenges of IDN Research and Teaching. So I'll be talking about achievements and difficulties of perception, how interactive generative is seen, the problem of what we like to call the IDN winter. Then I will talk about ongoing challenges, and we found basically metaphors for that: Groundhog Day, Babylonian confusion, amnesia, no yardstick, and Sisyphonian tour production. And then we will talk about next steps, how we can move forward. And basically all of that started with a paper that I gave last year at ICIDS 2018 in Dublin, where I tried to think what is needed to basically turn us into discipline, what is sort of a necessary step for that, and what's still left to do. And after this paper, after my presentation, Mirjam and I started thinking about that, and this is sort of the outcome what I'm presenting today. So let's start a little bit with achievements and difficulties of perception. And here we actually feel there's quite a number of parallels between the world of the discipline of artificial intelligence and interactive narrative. What we mean by that, there's a bit of this sort of initial hype and large claims, and then followed by some disappointment and adjustment. Right? And just to have some ideas, I mean, there were people in the early 90s, for example, Robert Cooper, who said essentially interactive narrative now in the form of hyperfiction that's the end of the books, right? This is where literature is moving. Well, books are still very much alive. And I hope actually they will be for a time. And then there was somebody called Chris Crawford, which many of us are aware of, who basically said in his famous Dragon speech, and here we're paraphrasing, games are boring, this is over, I'm out, interactive narrative is the next thing, and I'm going to do it. Yes. Probably no comment necessary on that one. And there have been big projects for some time. Facade was certainly a big one, with also a considerable grant behind it. There was the IRIS EU grant, but both of them finished. One in 2005, the other one in 2009, and it was followed by what we can consider the IDN winter. Right? And if we want a concrete expression of the IDN winter, so this is what the Wikipedia entry for interactive storytelling said in 2016. It basically said this is a field that has largely failed to deliver on its promises. Most research efforts in this area had failed, stalled, or had been abandoned. So this is something about perception of the field, and we're talking 3 years ago.
Did Chris write that?
I don't know. But it's also interesting, if you look into the entry nowadays, it's much more positive. But it shows kind of a moment in time where things were. But it's also true that there's not really been a large research grant since 2009, not on the size of the IRIS EU project. And yet, there have been actually many achievements. That's why we say, there's a problem maybe with perception, not with actually so much what has been going on. And here we just put a number of such achievements, from systems like Versu to things like Last Hijack Interactive, an interactive documentary that won an International Emmy Award and several other awards, to things like 6x9, a very interesting work by The Guardian, and of course Icebound, things like Papers, Please, Dear Esther, and so far and so on. And, there's something that I can happily report on, that we got a somewhat launching, bigger grant from the EU to explore interactive narrative design for complexity representation, and several people in this room, Europeans, are actually part of that. So we might have an issue actually with perception when we read such things, like I just showed from 2016. And we feel this has a lot to do with being marginalized in different fields. Interactive narrative can be seen as on the margins of computer science, on the margins of literature studies, on the margins of psychology, pedagogy, many such fields. And that's also why, again, we feel that the move towards something that approaches at least a discipline is beneficial and overdue. So, but given that, what are the ongoing challenges? What is it what we feel everybody should be somewhat at least engaged in working? So, first one we feel is Groundhog Day. And in case you're wondering, all the paintings, all the drawings that you see are of course handmade by Mirjam. So we're not like taken for anywhere, and she took a lot of time. It was really painting against time to get it done. Mm-hmm. So dependency on legacy frameworks. We just talked about, is diegesis something that's a starter, but maybe we need additional categories here. And actually, Aspen Arset said that in 2012, right? Do theoretical concepts such as story, fiction, character, narrative, effort remain meaningful when transposed to a new field? Or are they at least potentially blinding us to the empirical differences and effectively puncturing our chances of producing theoretical innovation? And while I'm quite critical of many other things that Aspen has done, as many of you might know, I think this is very important to consider. So, and we need to be aware that instruments of measurement influence and even determine the results. We should be very aware of that. So to sort of, as a provocation, you know, if we use literary frameworks, what we might get as a result is the literariness of the artifact, but not much more. And I mean, if you want a comparison, well, I mean, many of you might be aware of the particle wave dualism in physics. That was a long discussion in physics. Is light actually waveforms or is it a particle? Turns out both. But it's determined by the instrument of measurement that I'm using. If I measure particles, I will find particles. If I measure waveforms, I will find waveforms. And that should be a real warning. So basically, we feel this is the Groundhog cycle, the Groundhog Day cycle. Forever repeating a discussion unaware of the limitations imposed by analytical tools inherited from earlier mediated forms of narrative. Next one, Babylonian confusion. We don't have a shared vocabulary. A shared language has just not emerged. Yes, and please look at the thinking. Just ignore me. Private and competing meanings are the norm. If you bring two narrative designers together, as a question, will they be able to understand each other, or will they need at least half a day to even sort out their vocabulary? And of course, that's a big impediment for evaluation collaboration. Next problem, amnesia. There's a missing foundational canon for teaching and researching. So we sort of wake up every morning and have to remind ourselves, like in Memento, right? This is sort of what we're trying to express here. That we have not established a canon of literature and works of study. We have not really established a canon of authoring tools and their underlying models. That's also something to start working on. And research and design knowledge gets lost and has to be regained. This is costly and wasteful. Basically, without the past, there's no future, and we need to become really mindful of our past. And for example, James Ryan's work on discovering that all the stuff that already has been done in the 60s is really important, but it's just a start. Next one, no yardstick. And you will hear more about that basically also in the panel that follows, that it's sort of the absence of benchmarking. Because we're a bit like this, like these guys. My algorithm is great for IDN, and I have my own measurement for that, and my algorithm is also great for IDN, and I use my own measurement set for that. And to that we say, yeah, maybe, but how do we actually know, right? And, well, next one up, Sisyphonian tool production. Make tool, repeat indefinitely. I've been very good at that for at least 30 years. So, I mean, Jay Boulder once told me in a private conversation, in interactive narrative, everybody wants to have their own tool. Spot on. So, we did a meta study last year. We found 300 tools. That's only a start, right? That is not sustainable. And most of these tools, of course, are just abandoned, actually. So we need to become better in that. Okay, so what could be ways to address these challenges? Well, okay, Groundhog Day. Well, we feel that we need to move beyond pure adaptation. We should be specific and at least modified. And here you see, I mean, both Mirjam and I, we have different approaches, right? I believe more in new specific models that are legacy-free. Mirjam sort of redefines what could text mean as here as the code layer in her layers model that you heard referenced earlier today. But these are at least ways to go beyond just trying to adapt and hoping that would still really yield interesting results. Then, if we think about the Babylonian confusion, the lack of a shared vocabulary, we feel we can learn from robotics, and that's something that Wolf Eilert has taught us. That there has been an effort that really got people behind a collaborative effort of creating vocabulary. When it comes to next problem, amnesia, here we feel we really need a central repository for literature and important works, and we have made a start. We proposed a start in our paper, and we have actually put that on the IDN website. And we really want this to be a community effort that people come add to it. And we also should share syllabi. We should not stop just by looking at the works. What we basically need is an effort in the critical history of the IDN field. Again, James Ryan has made a start, but we need more than that. When we look at no yardstick, well, and the absence of benchmarking, we need to be able to evaluate and prove, and for that we need benchmarking. And here we have some things that we feel could be benchmarks. What are the affordance rates for the interactive generative author? What kind of narrative experience can we be able to make? Affordance for system designer. How can I use a particular IDN system to afford both artistic vision and combining the IDN system question with existing systems? Evaluation of the interactor's experience. Here, of course, we have an effort with Christian's framework, and Roth's framework, but it could also go towards things like critique and aesthetics, and where we're still lacking. And even, market claims could be interesting to investigate. And of course, if we had that, we could also really issue grand challenges to the field. And that is something that we're missing at the moment too. We will talk more about that in my next panel, but the Baines workshop was a start with that idea. And then we have this Sisyphonian tool production problem. And what we feel here is that we should really start to introducing a new sort of subfield, which we would like to call critical IDN tool studies. There's tool studies in some other fields, we haven't really done it. We should not just make yet another authoring tool, and we need also to start looking into how does a tool actually affect the outcome. I know some people have started talking about it, but this really needs to have a community effort. Let's really to think about that, how that influences creators and works. Still too many times we take tools as sort of transparent, and they are not. All right, wrapping up, we have identified 5 major challenges. First, the dependency on legacy analytical frameworks, something we call the Groundhog Day. Secondly, the lack of shared vocabulary, the Babylonian confusion, the missing institutional memory of the field, amnesia, the absence of established benchmarks, no yardstick, and the overproduction of tools as the Sisyphonian tool production. Here again are things that we propose to do in terms of the dependency and legacy analytical frameworks. We think we should investigate the limitations of existing analytical instruments and seize the opportunity to introduce specific frameworks. When it comes to shared vocabulary, we need to look at other fields, how they came towards a shared vocabulary and how we can also accomplish something like that. When it comes to institutional memory, we need to build a library of pointers to a shared canon, and that needs to include literature and works and syllabi. And then when it comes to the absence of having benchmarking, here we need to examine strategies to how we can apply the metrics, what we can get out of that, and how can we actually then come towards issuing grant challenges. And when it comes to Sisyphonian tool production, we really need critical authoring tool studies. Again, we've made a bit of a start, live now, of course very short, but again, it's for the community to add to that. We feel much more work needs to be done, which is also wonderful because that's what we academics do. We want something to do, right? And we say, let's work on that together. And of course, this is what IDN is for. Some of these works we will also try to undertake in this cost network that so far includes 28 countries and about 60 people just in the management unit, so that could have a considerable size. And yeah, that's our talk. Thank you.